I will go as old if I had to be ideal.
Yeah.
Like anything after 28 is pushing it.
Because there's a big difference between a woman, these will tell you, between an 18-year-old woman and a 28-year-old woman. There's a major difference, bro.
I don't care.
I know what I want. No, John, that you do have to do care.
Listen,
that girl just fucking took her SATs. This girl's already has a job. It's a big difference.
No, listen, I know what I want.
I agree with
I'm not. I know you know what you want.
I know what I want.
This is your dream, girl. I'm not denying it.
At 18, she's had less dick. She's had less trauma. She's had less bullshit.
That's right.
She's had less fucking garbage that I have to. Because when you
all good.
Listen, when you date a woman, you also date her relationship past and her luggage and her emotional baggage.
How many? Do you want your girl to be a virgin?
I mean,
ideally.
Ideally,
yeah, but that's not possible today.
You do?
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah.
You do want your girl?
Ideally, yes.
Wow.
Listen, every guy wants to have children. Every guy wants to have children with a virgin, but I mean, whether it's possible,
I can tell you straight up, whatever girl I end up with, I do not want a virgin wife. This isn't the fucking medieval times and like prima nocta.
Listen,
what is happening right now?
Wait. What if she had like a 35 body count?
No, you just went from 0 to 35.
I'm asking you.
I'm cool with 4. I'm cool with 10.
I'm asking you 35.
0? I'd rather have a girl 10 than 0. 0?
So
18? That's a little like.
Well, that's how it used to be.
Dude, again.
I think you're prioritizing sex and you're prioritizing the progeny.
Yes.
You know, a girl with a 10.
I'm not even prioritizing. It's not a sex thing. It's like, I'm not trying to take my wife's virginity. That's
Why not?
just me.
I guess that's how it used to be.
That's used to be. What year?
This is not.
No, you guys
like
are
I
missing.
said before, this is
So,
not
here we go.
1950s. And then on
not
top
the
of that, hold on, I'm still talking.
Yeah.
And then on
Go
top
ahead,
of that,
That's-
you'll do that. You'll get married to an 18-year-old, and then once she matures and realizes this is not what I want, she'll divorce you.
Why are you so negative? Why would she realize
I'm
and be
not
like,
negative,
oh?
but that has been the statistics.
No, it hasn't.
It has.
It has not.
Yes.
No, it has not. You're
There are
wrong.
statistics.
You are literally statistically incorrect.
Okay, so what's the statistic?
Look,
What is the
listen,
statistic?
hold on,
Yeah, let me know.
wait. Listen,
Go ahead, John.
Listen, you're all wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, the more dicks a woman takes, the more probability of her divorcing, being unhappy, cheating. The list goes on and on and on. So it's not like
okay, hold on.
Each dick you suck doesn't add like a revelation.
All right,
like,
so Donovan, if you're saying those are facts, I assume that Devin, who's 47,
46.
You did 46. I apologize, Devin. You're a beautiful girl.
Okay.
I assume you didn't take Devin's virginity.
Of course not.
Okay.
But hold on. Here's the difference.
I know.
What you want and what you want and what's possible are two different things. If, as far as marriage and children are concerned, every guy would like to marry a virgin, but in this day and age, it's just not possible just because of the way. Hold on.
I don't know if that's an accurate statement. I don't think every guy wants to marry a virgin.
Ideally,
I think we're on the same page. Hear me out.
All right.
That we want a lower body count.
Yes.
We're not trying to marry some fucking porn star asshole that's banged 1,000 dudes.
Sure.
100 million %. But I don't think every guy is like, I'm on the hunt from that virgin.
It's not every guy, but if you ask most men who are interested in having children, ideally, I'm not saying that this is at all possible because I've never had sex with a virgin, but most men ideally would like a virgin. Now, just like you brought up with Devin, I don't know it. I asked on a podcast the other day, do you know how many men Devin has had sex with? I don't know, and we will never know.
You don't ask her?
Of course not.
So what if she says her count is 62?
She
would you divorce her?
She would never tell me because.
But what if she did? Say she did.
She would never. No, she wouldn't.
But if she did,
hold on.
would you divorce
I wouldn't be in a
her?
relationship with her.
Yeah.
Because anytime.
So you would leave
No,
her?
I would absolutely leave.
Okay.
This is what pro tip for the ladies.
body count matters, Nat.
Listen, hold on.
That's
Pro tip.
fine. I'm just asking him in a situation based on his reality. Would he make certain adjustments if that reality
Hang on,
was
let me
different?
answer her question.
That's all.
Here's the thing, and pro tip for the ladies: do not talk about past. If you care for the guy and you want to be with him, don't talk about your past. Don't tell him about your body count. If he asks you about your body count, you lie your ass off. You lie your ass off.
That's
because
fine.
Because here's the thing. Now, on the other side, if you're going to tell a guy I've slept with 7 guys, if you tell a guy like me that you've slept with 7 guys, I'm going to quit within about a week or two. I'm going to know whether you're lying or not, because a lot of guys, unfortunately, take a woman's word at face value. Yeah. Women know that women sell purity, right?
Yes.
And the reason why when you ask a woman what her body count is, she hesitates, is because she knows inherently that a woman with a high body count is not attractive to men of value for a long-term relationship. Yes. And so when Devin and I first got together and we started talking, the very first week, she started talking about her ex-boyfriend. I said, whoa. I said, first off, if you and I are going to continue this thing, I do not want to know about your ex-boyfriends. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how many guys you slept with. You need to keep all that to yourself, and that's just for my mental well-being. Because just like you said, when you date a woman, you're dating all of her past relationships, and the less you know, the better off you'll be mentally. It's just not feasible to date a woman, especially in this day and age, with a low body count. So just keep that away.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. By the way, we got to get the super chats in a second. So if I cut anybody off, it's because we need to get super chats. From your perspective, and then I'm going to get the girls and everyone here. What are the rules of the road for speaking to exes, talking about your exes, or talking to current guy friends? What are your rules for that?
I don't have rules, but I do this. I let Devin know, and I got to start from the beginning. I'll make this as quick as I can. The biggest mistake that most men make with women is they angle for the relationship first. When you let a woman know through your actions and most of the time your word that you want a relationship with her, you lose the ability to set boundaries and expectations. Right. Because when you ask a woman to be your girlfriend, in her mind, rightfully so, oh, I have done everything that is necessary to secure his commitment. Yeah. And if she knows and thinks that, then guess what? If I tell her, don't talk to her ex, she's gonna be like, well, wait a minute, this wasn't a problem when we were dating, right? So here's how it goes. Devin understands, and I give women a choice. So I didn't ask for the relationship first. She said, hey, Donovan, like, we've been doing this for a little while. I kind of want to make
typically at 3 months.
Wow, exactly right.
Well, you know, this ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah,
taking some virginities out there.
Charming pimp, right? And so what I explained to her, the first couple of times she asked me, I said, no, you don't want to be in a relationship with a guy like me.
Oh, you give the, hey, you don't want this.
Right. I said,
you don't want my life.
Listen, I said, you don't want to be
You've seen Dewey Cox, by the way?
Ready for this.
You don't want this cocaine over here. That sounds like I do.
Jesus Christ, don't say cocaine. But I told her when she angled first, I said, you do not want to be in a relationship with a guy like me. She said, well, why not? I said, drop it. A couple weeks later, she tried again. I said, Devin, you do not want to be in a relationship with a guy like me. And I wasn't playing games. I was just letting her know. I was a crazy son of a bitch, right?
Okay.
So fine, and she stuck around. She put up with my nonsense. She put up with my crap. Finally, she said, Donovan, I'm serious. I like you, and I really want to be with you. What's it going to take? I said, well, so far so good, but I will tell you this. I do not commit to women who go to bars or clubs. I don't commit to women who talk to their exes. I don't commit to women who are on social media, and I do not, and there are a bunch of other things, and I do not commit to women who travel alone. And she says to me, so you're telling me I can't travel alone? I said, you can do whatever you want. I am not your father. I can't tell you what you can or can't do. So what if I travel alone? Well, then you are in essence dumping me. Why? Because you made yourself into the kind of woman that I do not date. I don't give women ultimatums. I give them choices. And this is what men have to understand. You can never tell a woman what to do. You can't control women, nor should you seek to, but you can control what your responses are to her. And by your responses, you can influence her behavior to do whatever it is that you need to do. There's nothing manipulative about this. If your girl wants to be on social media, cool. But too many men, they set these boundaries and they don't enforce them. Well, what if I want to be on Facebook? Absolutely. Okay, are we still going to be good? Well, yeah, but we're not going to be serious anymore, right? It's not about contradictions. It's not about ultimatums. It is about choices. I tell guys all the time, my woman can either be on social media or she can be in a relationship with me, but she can't have both. She can either talk to her exes, she can be in a relationship with me, but she can't have both. Too many guys have this, they have this scarcity mindset where they're afraid to step in and enforce boundaries and respond negatively to behaviors that are not conducive for a long-term relationship. A woman going to bars or clubs, traveling, talking to her exes, there's no guarantees. But obviously, if she engages in these behaviors, you're increasing the likelihood of her being unfaithful. And so I don't commit to women with those kinds of behaviors, and that's how I do it.
Respect. MLD, would you classify what he's doing with Devin as holding frame? How would you break down what he's doing?
No, it's 1,000% holding frame. And then going back, because I don't want to stray away from the body count thing because it's really important. Like, body count is not important for most women. Right? Most women would not look at a guy and be like, I'm going to discount this guy because he's fucked like 100 chicks. They won't. But a dude absolutely will. And another thing is this. Guys who are absolutely looking for a quality woman and are aware of body count, women with high body counts give away symptoms that they have a high body count. And
such as what?
high levels of anxiety, right? Always thinking the solution to their problems is at the end of another dick. Like these girls just think like, oh, well, like it didn't work out with this guy, so I'm just going to find another guy. And like they just keep on, they never take a moment to stop and be like, oh, wait, let's see. 10 of my relationships has failed. I've been in 10 of these relationships. What's wrong with me? Doesn't happen.
They don't take accountability.
No,
something's wrong with the asshole guy.
They always think like, I just need to find the perfect guy. I just need to find the right guy. I need to find the right guy. And they do this all the way into their 30s and 40s. And they're shaking their ass in the club, thinking like, oh yeah, well I got my eggs frozen. Like I'll figure it out eventually.
Well, shout out to the young girls
Then they
shaking
ask
their
you
ass
why
in the
they're
club.
single.
Thank you. Let me ask the girls a perspective, because let me get your perspective on body count. Men and women, for the ladies out there. You're dating, so okay, let's start with women. You're 25. On average, your homegirls, your friends that you're friends with, not yourselves, because you guys are probably pure virgins, I'm assuming, right?
They are. They
Of course.
They definitely are.
What
Unicorns.
What do you think is the body count of the average 25 girl you guys are friends with?
Oof.
Average.
30 minimum.
I don't know. I don't
guess.
talk about it with my friends.
Take a guess. I don't
10.
accept I don't know.
That's so Miss
that's
Montana
cap.
of
That's
her.
cap.
She,
So
you
10.
can't
10.
trust her because she's Miss Montana plus a lawyer.
Yes.
So she's always like,
Very diplomatic.
give
here.
him my
And a
things.
virgin.
Give
And a
my
virgin.
things.
So you're saying 10. Fosh, what 25-year-old? We met at model volleyball. Did we
has the
not?
answer.
Yes.
Which is coming up. You going again?
I am going.
Gotcha.
yeah.
We'll do it again.
But
There's a
okay,
lot
go
of
ahead.
beautiful girls there. All are in the. Give me the average body count of those types of girls there. Average.
Like she said, I don't know, but
my
I
God.
will think maybe 8.
Oh,
8 to
my
10.
Yeah.
Natalia,
You guys are so PC.
you're out there, you used to work in the clubs. I know you're a virgin as well. All your friends, what would you think their average body count is at age 25?
I mean, I think today women are not.
Hoes.
What?
Women are hoes.
No, not all women are hoes.
Majority of them are.
No, not majority.
Majority.
Yes,
Not the ones
majority
that I
of
hang
them.
around.
They're statistically
Hold on,
statistically
Nat,
proven.
Let Nat answer this. Go ahead. Just to be clear, Fosh said 8, Heather said 10.
10.
You're at what number?
I would say 10 too. I mean,
Okay.
I wouldn't. You guys are laughing and all, and I understand that. And listen, I've seen girls who are very like to expose themselves. But
It's
if you want me to be
confirmation bias.
let me finish. Just like you want to finish, let me finish. Right? I don't hang around women that are doing those things. I'm not around those type of people. So for me to say all women, they're hoes and they sleep with, I don't hang around those women. You may hang around those women, and
boy.
you may have seen
Shots
those women.
fired, baby.
And you may have, evidence that there are those women, and that's great because that's value for the men out there to be wary of them. Absolutely. But if you want to categorize me like, oh, I have to say there are hundreds of women, guys that women, that's also false because then you're putting me in
Hundreds
a category
Whoa. Nobody said anything about
not,
trigger
not
alert.
that I'm defending
that
MLD.
these women have to sleep with all these men, and that's not necessarily true.
Now, we all know
Statistically
that
shown.
MLD hangs out with 18-year-old, 6'4" NBA
That's
Yeah.
virgins.
You
I mean,
better
that's
Which are more likely to be hoes, sure.
okay. Now, have you ever met a dude that you were like, you know what? I like this guy. He's cool. He's attractive. He's status. He's got this, but I think he might have slept with too many women. Have you ever been like, yeah, it's a turnoff?
No, and this might be a controversial opinion, but I would rather have a guy who has slept with more women than
Bingo.
less women.
Okay, why is that? Why is
Finally,
that?
some truth.
No, I
Finally, some truth here on the podcast.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you.
explain.
I respect you so much more now. Continue.
because I want a man who has seen what else is out there. I don't want him thinking,
You
I
want a
wish
man that can give you a rock solid orgasm.
that too.